Om Shanti, my dear yogi. Today I'm coming with another short podcast of Paulina with a topic how to manifest your dreams. So let's begin. Today I'm starting with sipping my kombucha. I made it myself. It's pretty sour but good, but I always wanted to. And that was like my, maybe not the dream, but I really wanted to get the SCOBY. And just, when you send an information into the universe, it comes back in one way or another. And I didn't give it any date. I was only thinking about it, like, oh, it would be cool to make your own kombucha. Kombucha is so expensive. And then my sister-in-law, she bought her own, and she gave me a little part of her SCOBY. And yeah, now I'm having my kombucha. Anyway, so this is how I decided to give you my little sneak peek of how to manifest your own dreams. Because yeah, we might say that my kombucha was my little dream. Anyway, so as you know, everyone has dreams. We want to be more wealthy, or we want to have a better partner, we want to have a bigger house, a better job, we want to have kids, or we want our kids to have a good life, and so on and so forth. So this is something that we really want to manifest. It stays deep inside you. But why you're trying to manifest all that and it's not coming? Well, let me tell you. Very often this manifestation is not working because you have your walls, your blockages, your something that disturbs that manifestation. And what would it be? Usually that is your traumas, your negative beliefs, and all the do's, don'ts, can'ts, and so on. So the negative mindset, or as I say, monkey mind that speaks behind your head all the time. So how to get rid of it and finally find that strength, that esteem and power to do your job, to do your stuff, not to think about the consequences, and take the first step. So what I usually do, and I have my own plan how to manifest my own dreams, I usually manifest via meditation. Why? Because meditation changed my life, and I survived because of meditation at one point. How? Let me just tell you a little story from my own life. So before I decided to go for a yoga teacher training, I moved to Berlin from Poland, and I went there because of a dance workshop, and then I got a place in a dance project, and I was really super happy. But I knew that I was pretty old for, a dance career. I was 27 or 28. I forgot. Anyway, so I was pretty old to start like an international dance career. And I knew if I do it, it's going to be pretty short. So from one project, I started to go for castings for different and other projects. And I liked it for a while, but it's hard to compete, and the competition is really big, especially in such an art city like Berlin. And I decided if I don't do any other project, then I'll do a yoga teacher training, because I always wanted to become a yoga teacher at one point of my life. Yeah, Luna wants to be my mental support. So I applied also for a dance school to study dance, for a dance university, and I didn't get a place there. So I started to look for a teacher that I really love, and one of the teachers that I loved so much was Julie Blumenthal, that I did all my yoga trainings, my 200 and 300 hours, and I highly recommend, by the way. If you're ever in Berlin, if you want to do your yoga teacher training, go there. It's a life-changing experience. Anyway, but coming from that dance background, I was pretty, how do you say it, movie. I loved to move. I wanted to do vinyasa. Julie was more settled down. She did like a pretty traditional hatha yoga with a lot of chanting, with a lot of meditation. It drawn me toward that, but when I was trying to teach, I was always like going from one pose to another, doing 100 chaturangas and downward dogs, upward dogs, and so on and so forth. And I liked it. But meanwhile, in just the middle of my yoga teacher training, by the way, I also got another spot in a project, but I was so lucky that it wasn't the same dates. So meanwhile, I got my appendix removed. That's another long story. It took me a few days in a hospital. It took doctors a few days in a hospital to actually find what's happening with me, because I was just in a lot of pain for 3 days. And they operated me the 4th day. So after that, I actually couldn't move. So imagine this dancer who's always moving, who's running, who's doing profi trainings every morning, or like at least 3 times a week, pretty intense workout, and also yoga every weekend, and I couldn't move. For 2 weeks, I literally was in pain every time I woke up. When I was walking, not even mentioning doing yoga or running or intensive dance practices. I could do nothing. And believe me, I got depressed. I really got depressed. I was questioning my life, and I was questioning my goals and my purpose. I was questioning everything. And then Julie came to me after one lecture and she said, Paulina, yoga is not only asanas. And she gave me cues and tips what to do to feel more my body. I started to do meditation and breath work, the pranayama, and that was a game changer. This is when I started to meditate every day, because that gave me that sense of being with myself and for myself. Not to be detached, but all my pains, all my all the pleasures I feel in life to be incorporated in that body, in this body, and in this mind, and in this soul. And this is how I realized that yoga is so much deeper than just asana, so much deeper than what I did on the yoga mat. Sorry, Lunachko, you need to, yes. And so yeah, actually, I also manifested my yoga training and being a yoga teacher when I was 17. Such I manifested living in Italy when I was 14. Yeah, it all literally happened to my life. I didn't plan it. It literally happened because I didn't get to that dance school. I wouldn't start my yoga teacher training. At one point, me and Nico, my now husband and then boyfriend, we decided to move out of Berlin, and it happened to us that we found a really nice spot in Milan in Italy. So as you see, it all kind of manifested in my life, although I did completely nothing. I did no first step. When it happened, when that decision was made, it was so much easier to do it. So I also manifested like my kombucha SCOBY. But end of my life, I want to tell you how to manifest. So first of all, meditate. Meditate every day on what you want to manifest. And not only meditate on what it is. Meditate on the one thing that you want to receive, not like my perfect life and everything and $1 million and big house and kids and shop and blah, da, 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 da. No, meditate on the one thing. And not only on the thing, but meditate on, I call it, on the environment around it. So if you want a new house, not only imagine your new house, but feel. How would you feel stepping inside that house? How it would look like when you enter your perfect bedroom or bathroom or closet or living room? How would it feel to invite your friends for a housewarming party or just for a simple dinner or a coffee? How would it feel to walk in your backyard or your terrace or balcony? Like, feel it inside you. Feel how this warmth is spreading all over you, and that will give you, that will actually give the whole universe a first step, because you already feel it, how it is. But what if you cannot manifest, cannot feel it? Well, let me tell you, then it means you have a lot of traumas and negative beliefs that are blocking you to feel it and to be your perfect self. Well, not perfect, but be that self that you want to manifest, to have that things that you want to manifest. If you have all those negative beliefs and traumas that are blocking you, this mind telling you always behind you, inside your head, that you can, that you won't, that you are not deserving, that you are not enough, that you shouldn't even think about it or dream about it, then it means that you need to make a very deep self-work. And yes, sometimes it might happen that you're gonna do those meditations and it can unblock at one point, but sometimes you need a help of someone else, of a therapist, of a teacher, a guru, or a psychologist, someone like that can help you go through that way and find that life that you really need, unblock all those puddles of mud that keep on stacking you in one place. Because when you want to release yourself, you might feel that you just step into the puddle of mud and it got stuck, it hardens, and then you cannot take your foot away out of it. You cannot make the first step or even the second or any steps because you are stuck in that one spot. And a therapist is someone who kind of destroys the mud around you or shows you the right way to get and to be unstuck. That might happen through also like meditation, through hypnosis, through very deep therapy. And there are many different therapies, but I personally love the meditation kind. And also what I love is to move, because as you remember from my previous podcast, when you move, you get the prana moving. Not only you create dopamine and serotonin inside you, and you feel more strength, more power to move on, but also when you move, the life force is moving. So you literally feel that you have that physical energy inside you that can give you power to do the first step. So this is what I highly recommend if you want to get unstuck and start to manifest your dreams. Because if you only manifest it while meditating, nothing will happen. You need to do that first step. You need to start doing it on the physical plane. And sometimes when you don't see the way, you need somebody to give you a push or to show you the right direction. That's why I have decided to be this kind of therapist for you. I've created a 5-week, we can say a workshop or a cycle when we're gonna manifest your dream. How? Via meetings, group meetings. We're gonna have 6 total, the opening circle, then 4 group meetings via Zoom, and the last one is gonna be the closing circle that we're gonna spend together sometime here in my loft studio in Milan, Montreal. On each session, we're gonna talk about what might be blocking you and how to unblock it. And meanwhile, in between, I also will offer you 4 private classes with meditations that are gonna heal that part of you that keeps blocked, that is stuck, and will help you find a new self. Total, you're gonna have 10 meetings, 6 meetings that are gonna be group meetings, 1 one of it live, and for private meetings also on via Zoom, when we're gonna work on your very specific needs. And might happen that you need to work with your inner child, or maybe you have like a mother's or father's wound, or maybe you have such a big fear that you need to work with your fear, get more comfortable around that fear, to acknowledge it every time and make space inside you to make the first step and go on. Moreover, you will receive a free membership for my 4 classes, and you can choose to do yoga or dance meditation, or to do both of them and just change from time to time. This membership you can use in between your April and May. So I highly recommend this workshop. These are all things that I am using to feel unstuck, to find myself, to motivate myself, to find myself moving instead of being stuck in one spot. My cats are jumping all around. Oh, and I decided to help also you. If you get the early bird discount, you can get it all, like all those 10 classes. They're gonna cost you less than $20 per class. If you can also do installments, and after the early bird discount, it's just a bit more. Okay, anyway, that's all for today. If you really like it, remember you can share this video with someone who might need that message in life. You can like it and subscribe either my channel or my social media, because I'm trying to share all this stuff with you, that things that really matter, that can help you, find your way, find your purpose, and go in your own direction. Thank you, and namaste.